Well, Across the Spider-Verse is just days from release, and with that, Sony's Amy Pascal has dropped some bombshells about the future of more than one web slinger coming to the big screen. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about what her and Avi Arad had to say, what's in development, and how long we're going to have to wait to see an all-different live-action Spider-Man. Well, we've got some pretty big news for Spider fans here, and this comes via Variety and Sony's Amy Pascal. Now, we all know Across the Spider-Verse is about to hit the big screens, and with that has come a promotion tour and an unexpected cluster of some pretty big news. Now, obviously, they had a lot to say about Across the Spider-Verse, but they have clued us in on several projects, including a fourth Spider-Man movie, but not only that, a Miles Morales live-action Spider-Man movie, and an upcoming Spider-Woman animated feature. So let's dive into it all. First off, producer Amy Pascal has officially confirmed that a fourth Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland is indeed in the works, but she gave a little caveat that should make a lot of sense to everyone. She told Variety, "Are we going to make another movie? Of course we are. We're in the process. But the writer's strike, nobody's working during the strike. We're all being supporters, and whenever they get themselves together, we'll get started." Now, this isn't really a surprise because we kind of knew Spider-Man 4 was coming, but we hadn't gotten any official status updates from Marvel Studios or Sony in quite a while, so it is nice to hear an acknowledgement from Amy Pascal that it is moving forward. She did go on to announce that there will indeed be a live-action Miles Morales movie, and it is currently in development. Now, she didn't give any details on the project, so obviously it's still being constrained by that same writer's strike, but I have a ton of questions, including will this be part of the MCU, or in that Sony universe, I'm betting it's in the Sony universe, and what the timeline on the project, as well as who will potentially play Miles Morales. In that same announcement, she said a Spider-Woman movie was in the works, and producer Avi Arad actually went on to say that we'll see that sooner than you expect. I cannot tell you yet, but it's coming. Now, they were also joined by Boss, who was a bit more, as Variety said, cagey about the future, but he did laugh and say, "If I told you, I'd have to kill you." Now, all this is big news for Spider fans, and the fact that we are finally going to get a live-action Miles Morales movie, I think is the biggest news to come out of this. And like I said, where Miles fits into the grander scheme of things, if he's in the MCU or in Sony's Spider-Verse, that's kind of up in the air right now. But honestly, guys, if I'm making a bet, I do suspect that Miles Morales will be Sony's Spider-Man, while Tom Holland continues to be the Spider-Man in the MCU. And although we might not get to see the web slingers cross paths too soon, it's probably the best plan to keep everybody happy. Now, I also found the possibilities of a Spider-Woman animated movie pretty exciting. I don't think the character has seen animation since the 1970s Saturday morning cartoon series. And obviously with Spider-Woman, it completely begs the question of which version of Spider-Woman we're going to get. We have been hearing reports that Sydney Sweeney will indeed be Spider-Woman in the upcoming Madam Web movie, and she'll be playing Jennifer Carpenter. Sony actually has rights to Jennifer Carpenter both in and out of costume, so I do believe that might be the version they might be bringing to the screen, and I have to say the very black Venom-esque costume she has might be something they want to leverage. Now, the problem with Jessica Drew is Marvel actually owns the Jessica Drew persona, while Sony has the rights to the Spider-Woman persona. So there are some complications there that Sony might just be steering around to avoid, and honestly, since most people who don't read comics don't know the difference, I don't know if it'll ultimately matter, but I still find the whole project very curious. Now, again, we do have to be careful here. Sony has dropped the ball on multiple occasions. I think everybody still has a bad taste in their mouth from Morbius, and although the first Venom movie was pretty rock solid, the second one didn't land with quite the same bang, and fans do seem concerned about upcoming projects like Kraven and Madam Web. So I really hope they have their stuff together here, because some of these sound really cool, and if all those villain movies are leading to a Miles Morales Spider-Man movie, this could be particularly awesome. When we get this full, expanded, live-action Spider-World, well, we're gonna have to wait and see.